Can a foreign truck maker challenge China's homegrown giants? This is the question as millions of heavy-duty trucks power the world's second-largest economy, dominating the limitless roads of China. The market belongs to FAW Jiefang, Dongfeng, and Sinotruk, and Foton, brands deeply embedded in the country's logistics network. But could that change? Could Scania, renowned for its power, efficiency, and cutting-edge technology, carve out its own space in this fiercely competitive battleground? For decades, Scania has been a global trucking leader, celebrated for its fuel-efficient engines, advanced safety systems, and premium craftsmanship. Yet in China, the brand has struggled to gain a foothold, held back by high import costs, intense local competition, and strict policy barriers. But now the game is shifting. With China's increasing demand for high-end eco-friendly trucks and Scania's bold strategic moves, including a major factory acquisition and a new global production base, this could be the moment the Swedish powerhouse finally makes its mark. So, what are the odds? Let's break it down. Scania isn't just another truck brand. It's an engineering masterpiece with over a century of innovation. Founded in 1900 as Maskinfabriks AB Scania in Malmö, Sweden, the company merged with Vabis in 1911, forming Scania Vabis. From the start, Scania set itself apart with a focus on durability, power, and fuel efficiency. Qualities then made it a favorite among truckers worldwide. Fast forward to today, Scania operates in over 100 countries with manufacturing plants in Sweden, the Netherlands, Argentina, and Brazil. Its trucks are known for long lifespans, powerful V8 engines, and driver-focused innovations. The brand isn't just about raw strength though. It's also a pioneer in alternative fuels and electrification, pushing the boundaries of what a modern truck can do. But despite its global success, there's one market where Scania has yet to establish a stronghold: China. China's trucking industry is the largest in the world, and it's not even close. With over 8 million heavy-duty trucks on the road and an ever-growing demand for logistics and freight transport, China is the beating heart of global trucking. Unlike Europe, where long-haul trucks dominate, China's market is diverse, with a mix of short-haul, heavy-duty, and specialized trucks serving various industries. However, domestic brands dominate the trucking industry, backed by strong government support, deep market penetration, and extensive manufacturing capabilities. Leading the charge is FAW Jiefang, a government-backed giant producing millions of trucks annually and playing a crucial role in the country's logistics and heavy-duty transport sectors. Dongfeng, known for both commercial vehicles and passenger cars, offers a diverse range of trucks catering to various industries. Sinotruk, one of China's oldest truck manufacturers, specializes in heavy-duty vehicles, focusing on long-haul and industrial transport. Meanwhile, Foton is rapidly expanding, carving out a niche in both conventional and electric trucks, positioning itself as a leader in China's push toward greener transportation. Together, these brands define the nation's trucking landscape, making it challenging for foreign manufacturers to gain a foothold in this vast and competitive market. China's trucking industry isn't just about volume anymore. It's evolving fast, shaped by major trends that are redefining the market. Electrification is leading the way, with China pushing hard for electric and hydrogen-powered trucks through aggressive government policies aimed at zero-emission transport. And at the same time, high-end demand is growing, as logistics companies look for premium trucks with better fuel efficiency, advanced safety features, and greater driver comfort, creating an opening for foreign brands. On top of that, policy changes are shaking up the industry. Stricter emission standards, such as the China 6 regulations, which are forcing older high-emission diesel trucks off the road. Implemented in 2 phases, the China 6 began in 2019 for gas-powered heavy-duty vehicles, and it was fully applied to all new HDVs by 2021. Now, the more stringent phase took effect in 2023, introducing tougher testing requirements and a remote emission monitoring system. Now, this standard, which blends elements of both European and US regulations, slashes nitrogen oxides and particulate matter emissions by about 70% compared to the previous China 5 standard. It also introduces particulate number limits, new test cycles for more realistic driving conditions, and extended durability requirements. And beyond emissions, new mandates like the 55-ton weight limit on 6-axle trucks and harsher overloading penalties are pushing companies to invest in modern, compliant vehicles. Some cities have even restricted diesel trucks in urban areas, further accelerating the shift toward cleaner alternatives. For a brand like Scania, these shifts bring both opportunities and challenges, making adaptability key in this competitive market. For years, Scania's presence in China has been a story of quiet persistence. Unlike competitors like Volvo and Daimler, which forged partnerships with local manufacturers to tap into the market, Scania stuck to its import model. This approach allowed the Swedish truckmaker to build a niche customer base in premium sectors like logistics, mining, and construction, where its reputation for fuel-efficient engines, advanced safety features, and superior craftsmanship truly stands out. However, relying on imports wasn't without its challenges. High import tariffs and steep shipping costs meant that Scania trucks often came with a higher price tag compared to locally produced alternatives. Add to that the strong local preference for homegrown brands such as FAW Jiefang, Dongfeng, Sinotruk, and Foton, and you have a market environment where even a globally recognized name like Scania struggles to make a significant dent. Now, to overcome these challenges, Scania made sure its customers weren't left stranded by forming partnerships with local firms and service centers. This network ensured solid after-sales support and maintenance, which is vital in keeping customers satisfied and maintaining the high standards Scania is known for. Still, without local manufacturing capabilities, Scania's overall market share has remained modest, especially when compared to competitors with full-scale production operations in China. In the end, while Scania continues to earn praise for their quality, reliability, and advanced technology, the cost barrier and competitive dynamics of the Chinese market have made large-scale expansion a tough challenge. And despite these obstacles, Scania has cultivated a loyal following among customers who value premium performance, which is a proof to the brand's enduring commitment to excellence in one of the world's most competitive trucking markets. Now, Scania knew it needed a bold move to fuel its growth, and in November 2020, it made one. That year, the company acquired Nantong Goukai, a Chinese truck manufacturer, marking a major strategic shift. This acquisition allowed Scania to sidestep high import tariffs, compete more effectively on price with domestic brands, and strengthen its supply chain and service network. Now, the legendary Swedish truck maker is making an even bigger play to cement its presence in China's heavy-duty truck market. For years, it struggled against stiff competition from giants like FAW Jiefang, Dongfeng, Sinotruk, and Foton. But rather than relying on imports, Scania is going all in on local manufacturing, positioning itself for long-term success. In June 2022, Scania broke ground on a massive production base in Ruzhou, Jiangsu province, an 800,000 square meter facility backed by an investment of over 10 billion won, which is about $1.37 billion. Designed to produce 50,000 vehicles annually, the plant isn't just about scaling up production. It's also about being built as a zero-emission facility, aligning with China's aggressive push for greener industrial practices. As of late 2024, construction nearly is complete, with production expected to kick off in 2025. But Scania didn't stop there. In October 2023, it doubled down on its China strategy by expanding the Ruzhou site to include powertrain production, encompassing engines, transmissions, and axles. And this move is a game changer, giving Scania full control over its local supply chain, reducing costs, and making its trucks more competitive against homegrown rivals. Of course, it is breaking into a market where domestic brands dominate and cost-sensitive buyers often prioritize affordability over foreign prestige. But Scania is playing to its strengths: fuel efficiency, reliability, and cutting-edge technology. And more importantly, it's positioning itself as a sustainability leader by building China's first carbon-neutral truck factory, a move that aligns perfectly with the country's green energy goals. Now, this expansion is no small endeavor, with Ruzhou set to become Scania's third global production hub after Europe and South America. The company is betting big on China, and top executives are making their ambitions clear. Scania CEO Christian Levin put it bluntly: "We want to be more present in the bigger market for commercial vehicles in the world, and we're convinced the Chinese market will be bigger than Europe and North America combined." He's also emphasized that the company's goal is to make the Ruzhou plant a zero-emission facility, reinforcing Scania's long-term vision for sustainability. Mats Harborn, president of Scania China Group, echoed his optimism, calling the Ruzhou facility a big new strategic investment and a crucial step towards capturing a major share of China's trucking market. He also highlighted that the plant will run entirely on green electricity and renewable fuels, further cementing Scania's commitment to sustainability. And beyond Ruzhou, Scania aggressively expanding its service network and forging partnerships to improve after-sales support, which is a key factor in earning trust in China's competitive trucking sector. The company has been actively engaging with local logistics and transportation businesses to better understand the unique demands of Chinese operators. With these massive investments, Scania is no longer just an import brand in China, it's a serious contender, and the real test is now whether it can convince Chinese buyers to pay a premium for quality, efficiency, and sustainability. If it succeeds, China could redefine the high-end trucking segment in the world's largest commercial vehicle market. Scania's expansion into China is a huge deal when we look at what's attainable in Chinese market compared to Europe and North America. In terms of the market volume, China's truck market is quite bigger than Europe and North America combined. With nearly 3,362,203 heavy-duty trucks sold in 2024, and in comparison, Europe sold around 327,896, and North America about 290,000. Unlike in Europe and North America, where the government regulations are quite stagnant, China is changing fast, all thanks to their centralized form of government that ensures rapid implementation of new regulations. Stricter emissions rules and a demand for better trucks give Scania a very big chance and rapid growth in the Chinese market. Another big factor that makes this expansion so important for Scania is the possibility of tapping from China's lower labor, logistics, and material costs. By building trucks in China, Scania can enjoy a cost advantage compared to Europe and North America. And also on the side of supply chain proximity, China's well-developed manufacturing ecosystem can lead to lower logistics and faster delivery time compared to the Europe and North American landscape that's riddled with slower production cycles and late deliveries of finished vehicles. Breaking into China's truck market isn't just tough, it's a battlefield. Imagine stepping into an arena where local giants dominate every inch, costs rule decision-making, and service networks are everything, and that's what Scania is up against. But despite the hurdles, recent developments suggest the company is doubling down on its China strategy. And if it plays its cards right, success is still within reach. Scania isn't entering an open market. It's stepping into an industry fortified by domestic brands that have built empires. Competition is fierce, with homegrown manufacturers like FAW, Dongfeng, and Sinotruk holding a firm domination on the industry. And these companies wield three major advantages: affordability, government support, and massive service networks. Chinese trucks are significantly cheaper, making them the default choice for cost-conscious fleets. Domestic brands also benefit from state-backed subsidies and incentives that put foreign players at a disadvantage. Perhaps most importantly, they have an extensive network of dealerships and repair centers across the country, ensuring truck owners can have easy access to servicing. For Scania to compete, it must aggressively expand its service footprint and offer financing solutions that makes its premium trucks a realistic option. Price sensitivity is a major difficulty in China, where most trucking companies operate on razor-thin profit margins. While Scania trucks promise long-term savings through better fuel efficiency, durability, and lower cost of total ownership, the steep upfront price can be a deal-breaker. Financing options or localized production to reduce costs. Convincing fleet owners to switch will be a difficult challenge. Even the best truck is useless if it can't be serviced quickly. And this is where Scania faces another obstacle. Its after-sales support in China is still very weak compared to the deeply entrenched networks of local competitors. Chinese trucks won't take a chance on a brand if spare parts are hard to find or repairs mean extended downtimes. To gain market acceptance, Scania must scale its service infrastructure fast or risk being dismissed as an impractical choice. Despite these challenges, Scania has several significant advantages that could tip the scales in its favor. The Chinese truck market is shifting, particularly in the long-haul segment, where logistics firms are starting to prioritize quality over just price. These companies are increasingly looking for trucks that consume less fuel, last longer with fewer breakdowns, and provide better driver comfort and safety. Scania excels in all these areas. While its trucks require a higher upfront investment, they deliver long-term savings, a value proposition that, if communicated effectively, could win over the right buyers. China's environmental push is also reshaping the industry, presenting another opportunity for Scania. The country has adopted Euro 6 equivalent emission standards, forcing truck manufacturers to build cleaner, more efficient vehicles. And this plays directly into Scania's strengths, as it already boasts best-in-class clean diesel technology, advanced hybrid and electric truck development, and a proven track record of meeting strict environmental regulations. While some local brands are still catching up, Scania has the technology and experience to meet and even exceed these new standards. Beyond regulatory changes, there is a growing demand for European engineering in China's truck market. buyers are starting to recognize the value of Western design, with safety and reliability and driver comfort becoming key selling points. Driver shortages in China are making high-quality, comfortable trucks more attractive, while fleet operators are looking for dependable trucks that minimize maintenance headaches. Brand perception also plays a big role. European trucks carry a reputation for excellence, and if Scania can position itself as the benchmark for premium trucking, it could carve out a profitable niche. Now, despite facing stiff competition, Scania reaffirmed its commitment to the Chinese heavy truck market in April 2024. The company isn't backing down, it's working on long-term growth. As of March 2025, Scania reported strong operational and financial results while continuing to scale up its battery electric truck offerings. And this aligns perfectly with China's push for cleaner transportation and could help Scania gain favor with both regulators and environmentally conscious fleet operators. Scania's Chinese strategy is still evolving, but the next decade will be critical. Success will depend on three key factors: narrowing the price gap through financing, leasing, or strategic partnerships, expanding its service and dealer network to provide the after-sales support necessary to succeed, and positioning itself as a leader in sustainable transport. The good news is that Scania doesn't have to dominate the market. Even a small share of China's premium truck segment could be a game changer for its global business. It's an uphill battle to be sure, but with the right strategy, Scania is in a stronger position now than it's ever been to make its mark in China. Scania's push into China is one of the boldest moves in trucking. The competition is fierce, prices rule the game, and breaking into the market won't be easy, but the opportunity? It's huge. So will Scania's roaring V8 take over China's highways? That's a big question. One thing's for sure though, Scania didn't show up just to watch from the sidelines, it's here to make some noise. Thanks for tuning in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and air your opinion down in the comments.